Hello, my name is Justin, and I'm here to review Earth 1 by JMS. JMS is J.Michael Stracznski. The artist is Shane Davis. I haven't done comic book reviews in like almost a decade, so if I'm a little rusty, please forgive me. I left because comic books were. I think it was around like 2012 or 2011. I know it must have been 2012. Whenever like Earth 2, Justice League Earth 2 came out, that was like the last graphic novel I read was when I was like, fuck this shit. This shit's too fucking terrible. Um, yeah, it's just shit was getting paused. There was like fucking too much liberal bullshit. Just so you know, this the whole purpose of the show is to review comic books from the right wing perspective and try to find shit comic books that are not um, infested liberal bullshit, SW bullshit. Um, so like basically to recommend books that right wingers can read and they're not going to be like have fucking brain aneurysms. So JMS is one of those authors. He also wrote for TV. He did that sci-fi show. What was this fucking called? I love how I have the first two seasons of this show and I'm blanking on the name. Babylon 5. Babylon 5. Despite the fact that it's one of those shows where people hate the first season, love the rest. I'm personally the opposite. I love the first season, hated the second season. So depending on how you feel about that show, I mean that show, it was one of those things where it just looks like it was basically low budget um D Space Nine. So if so you were like just better off watching D Space Nine in my opinion, but whatever. It was okay. It was okay. I heard that Continuum show with what's his name, Gary Cole. That guy who's in like American Gothic. He was in I don't know. He's been in a bunch of fucking shows. He was in Dodgeball. He's in like a lot of the fucking 2000s comedy movies. And I went off topic. That show Continuum is supposed to be really good. It's Babylon's 5 spin-off where they there's like I can't remember what it was. Like I don't know, there's like a problem on Earth and this guy who has to go take his crew and travel throughout the universe to look for a cure or something. I don't fucking know. I heard it was good. So back to this. A lot of people have recommended this book throughout the year saying it's great. I finally fucking read it. I had it for like a couple years. I I think I got it for cheap. I don't fucking know. Here's the problem with this book is that if you've seen Man of Steel, there's no reason to fucking pick up this book, especially since it's like I think it's like what like 5 issues. It's like It's super short. It's like $25. Yeah, you have a nice hardcover. The artwork is pretty good. The writing is okay. I don't know. It wasn't the greatest. And here's the problem: the artist draws in this realistic style, right? And it looks good. But when the robots and the villains come in, it they look cartoony. So they're out of place of the fucking realistic, drawn hands, style. And there's the fact, and besides from that, there's not a lot of action in the book. Superman's like Superman's kind of like an asshole. This is an origin story, by the way. The whole book's an origin story. He only becomes Superman at the end when some alien shows up with an army to try to kill him. Just like with Man of Steel, but instead of Zod, it's some random fucking guy. I think his name is Tyrell, which and he looks like he looks like Archangel from X-Men. Like Archangel when he becomes one of the Horsemen of Apocalypse, and he has the metal wings instead of the white like angel wings. So like that the villain is not so like I don't know. They could have come up with like his backstory is okay. It's just that the design is just wow. It's like it's fucking Archangel without the fucking cowl or hood, whatever you want to fucking call his head covering. He is like really like he looks like he's very goth. He has like spiky white hair. The Tyrell. I think it's Tyrell. I read this like 2 weeks ago. I'm just reviewing it now. Sorry, I'm sorry. This is sorry. I'm so sporadic. Yeah, but Superman's like a dick. Um, in this, he goes to Metropolis. He goes to different fields to get a job, look for a job. He tries out for the football team. I'm kind of an amateur when it comes to football. Everything I know about football is from Ice Shield 21, the manga. But it's like this fucking retard. He tries out for all the different positions and basically like up shows everybody. Like this guy, like the only position he fucks up is the not linebacker, the quarterback position, where the quarterback's position is like he is the person who throws the ball. So like a good quarterback is somebody that like throws the ball and can do like accurate throws to whoever he's trying to throw out of that. And I think with a quarterback you have to be somewhat good at like strategy too, like trying to pick like who has the best chance to run it to the end field or whatever the fuck it's called in football. Instead of throwing it to somebody, he just says fucks it and just rams through all the different fucking players, runs to the fucking the goal line, and it's like, dude, like you're such a fucking asshole. And like there's a thing where he goes to a science facility. They've been having trouble with the same fucking equation for like a couple years now. He shows up, instantly solves it, and instantly solves it. Then the third job he goes to look at is the Daily Bugle, and they're kind of failing because of the digital age and shit. So he's like, "Fuck this." And the irony is, at the end, he goes to work for them, and they completely forget he when he goes in there, he looks the first time he's in there, he's like looks all cool and shit. Like he kind of looks like I don't want to say the guy from Smallville, but he looks like a jock, kind of like a cool guy. And he comes in looking like a nerd, like the second time around, and nobody n- notices and asks him, "Hey, why do you look so different?" It's fucked. And there's this retard. There's only gonna be minor spoil. I guess I spoiled the entire thing, but like there's this scene where like the aliens show up, they're trashing the city unless he shows up, right? And doesn't want to reveal himself even though they're killing everybody, right? So he takes out one of the robots, takes a piece of it, right? And then like takes it to the guy who runs the science facility, who's like um who's obviously gay, and they even make a reference to that. And the guy's like, hey, Superman goes to the guy and he's like, hey, here's the alien technology. I grabbed it from one of the destroyed robots because I guess somehow the army destroyed it, even though you look outside, they're getting fucking trashed. Hey, maybe you can reverse engineer it and we can fight back. Even though that kind of shit would take fucking years. It took the 20 fucking years. They've had his like um spacecraft and they still haven't fucking figured out how it fucking works, right? And he just thinks it's like, okay, I can just take the fucking robot, take it to them now, and they'll figure it out. When they're threatening to blow up the fucking planet, like that might have been before that, but they're massacring people, and the guy's like, no, fuck this, I'm getting the fuck out of here. I mean, my boyfriend in Cape Cod or whatever, and like he kind of like churns, like not churns. What the fuck is fuck's the word? Um, Whatever. He's like, fuck this coward. Even though he's being cowardly because he's not giving himself up. It's only when the guy turns him down and he says, fuck it. He grabs his, like, costume, I guess his parents made. Or it came with the rocket ship. I don't fucking know. It's been like a while since I read it. And then he goes out and beats Superman and like fights the robots. So if I had to give this book a rating, maybe I would have liked it more if I hadn't of seen Man of Steel and and Superman was less of a douchebag. Though, like, I guess realistically, if you were born with those powers and you're that good looking, that like smart, because he's a genius, and this version of Superman's like a genius. I guess that would make you more arrogant, more like dick. But like, I don't know, dude. I'm giving it like a 7. I would give it a 7 out of 10 just for the art, but it's a little pricey for what it. I would say unless you haven't seen Man of Steel, which you probably have, I would say don't get this. It's overpriced. It's like 24 bucks. I don't even know if this is still in fucking print because it has this one I have has the old DC logo. So like this would have been like free what like 2010 when they fucking changed the logo. I don't even fucking remember. What year was this printed? 2010. So it would have been after that? I don't fucking know. Yeah, because that's the old DC logo. Or whatever. Yeah, I say I don't recommend it. Maybe if you find it for cheap. But like if you're looking for a good Superman book, there's the. I'm not a huge Superman guy, but like Red Sun is good. Even though Mark Millar's a fucking asshole. Red Sun is good. I hate the twist of Red Sun though. It's a little stupid, in my opinion. I think they changed it in the animated movie. I haven't seen it yet. But yeah, Red Sun is good. Grant Morrison's All Star Superman is good. If you haven't read that, but if you watch the movie, there's kind of like the anime movie, which was good. You kind of don't need to buy All Star Superman, especially since like it's like 2 volumes and he puts in all these weird fucking characters from his old like Superman JA characters that are fucking weird that might confuse you. But yeah, that's it. I'll do another review in a little bit.